Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a double down edition of Chop Talk featuring me, your co host, Andre C. And right over here, the ultimate badass that we all know and love. It's Melball. How you doing, Melball?
The last kicker herself today, Miladies.
There you go.
It's
That's a
nice to
that's
be
a
able to use
that's an
that
old
accent and not be offended by it.
that's an
Mm.
old school shirt there, man. That's a
I
old one.
know, right? She's seen some days, but she's in great shape because Mobile takes care of her shit. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing okay. Just getting over being.
How's Shredamania going?
Shredamania doesn't start till next week. I'm on just on
Oh,
Andre personal workouts, but I am tracking them in the app. But I'm on my own workouts until it starting next week. Next week is the
yes.
debut of Shredamania with Rich King.
Yes. I'm excited
Yeah,
for that, especially since I destroyed your shoulders on Saturday or your back on
yeah,
Saturday.
yeah. And I did a couple of the exercises you showed me on Saturday.
Mhm.
Uh, I did a couple of them at the gym with the lat
Oh,
pull.
yes, with the rope. Yes.
Yeah,
The
up to the
face
forehead.
pull, the throat pull, and then the tummy pull.
I
Yeah.
didn't do the throat pull. I just did the head pull and then the tummy pull. I just did the two.
Well, did you do the Chuckies?
I didn't even. I completely forgot about Chucky's.
You got to come again, man. Gonna teach you the Chuckies.
Oh, I did a bunch of other exercises. Did a bunch of other ones. So
Well, you still went. That's what
yeah,
matters, right?
yeah. Gotta get in there. Gotta get swole. Gotta get shredded. Because what Shreddermania means. But we are not here to talk
Well,
about
you.
me getting sexy as hell. We're here to talk about the double edition of RCW we saw this past weekend on
Mhm.
Friday and Saturday night. We hit up two shows, one in Edmonton, one in Onoway, and it was a great time, man. Because we made these shows work for us, man. Some great matches, and didn't watch what I didn't want to see, and we're not going to talk about that either. Excuse me.
I might have one thing to say about it,
Oh,
but
I don't even have a graphic for it,
that's.
so you're
I
aware.
mean, why would you?
No,
We
it's
want to have a classy show.
We do. We
She
want to
says
be
with no
classy.
makeup on.
Mm, That's fine. We're gonna kick it off. We're gonna talk about the Friday show, RCW Battleground in Edmonton, Alberta. At the back at the Norwood Legion,
Hmm.
the venue we
Thank
love for
fuck.
RCW.
Hmm. Yeah.
Actually, the Hungarian Hall wasn't too bad, other than all the extra stairs.
It's not even the stairs, it's the size of the venue.
Yeah, it's so narrow.
Edmonton is
I
a
don't like it.
popular draw for them, and they can't fit a lot of chairs in there. That place was packed. But where the fuck are we supposed to go once they get too packed, right? You don't
Yeah,
want to waste money, especially in this time. So,
yeah.
like,
And they were adding more chairs at the RCW Battleground show too. They were adding more chairs
mhm,
as the show started. There was like more people coming in, and I loved it. So
yeah.
let's get into it. Let's talk about it. To kick off with Weston King with his manager Gussy Jones taking on
Yes.
the returning Dangerous. Dan Jarris is here. He's back. Actually really liked him the last time he was here.
Mhm,
So again, I was really when he announced this match, I was very excited to see him.
mhm,
Uh,
mhm,
Dan getting just Gussie playing the ultimate and I'm standing waiting for food at this point, so I'm right next to the ring, and it did. I
mhm,
have Gussie just walking beside me multiple times, and I keep doing the dance with Gussie, and Gussie's dancing back, and it's awesome. He got knocked off the apron at one point, and I just turned to Gussie. I'm like, "Are
mhm,
you okay?" And he's like, "I'll be okay."
mhm.
It's just those things you love Gussie for. It's everything that he
Yeah,
does. Uh,
100%.
Beautiful Houston hangover off the top by Dangerous at one point. He comes off the top with that like a headhunter off the top. It comes over with the
Oh, okay.
neck breaker
I
off
did
the
not
top.
know that's what that was called.
Yeah, I think it's called the Houston Hangover. I could be wrong. It's at least the name I remember from the video games of old, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
There's also another beautiful flipping senton off the top by Dangerous for two. Uh,
Mhm,
Dangerous takes out Gussie off the apron, and he goes for the Shinrai or the sliced bread number two. But King reverses it into the full Nelson Slam and gets the win.
Mm-hmm. I actually took notes at these shows. Be proud of me.
I am. Are you taking notes?
Where I forgot.
Yeah.
Kingmaker, big old Rainmaker lariat by.
Oh, I thought you meant the full
No,
Nelson.
no. Well, that's what I think it was. Adam exclaimed behind me, "Kingmaker!" Big
Oh, for
spin
the
out
spin out
lariat.
there, yeah.
Yeah, loved it. Love that. Big old suplex, as I just wrote down by Weston King. Gotta love those, especially when he like holds it. He's got a good level of strength for those delayed suplexes and just walking around. Mind the knee, but walking around is really impressive. There was a leg drop by Dann, but he did a weird leg drop where he was like hanging on to the rope the
Mm,
whole time. I was like, oh, didn't Drew McIntyre snap his bicep doing that? Don't
mm.
do that. Please don't do that. Yeah, Gussy got drop kicked off the apron to the outside, full Nelson slam. This was a great way to start the show off. High
Yeah.
energy. You give us two great charismatic people. Like you got Weston, who kind of has that like unspoken charisma. He speaks to the crowd every once in a while, but it's a natural charisma that he has. And Dan Jarris, he really plays to the crowd. That he's definitely a really good face, a really good opener. I had a lot of fun with this.
Yeah. Again, I thought these two worked well.
Mm-hmm.
On to a Tyler Knox makes his way out to the ring, gets the
It's Tyler
microphone.
Rose. It's not Tyler Knox.
Oh, I thought it was Tyler Knox. Okay, I'm Tyler Rose. Whatever. I'm bad at
Oh, we're
writing.
off to
I'm
a
bad at knowing
great
names.
start.
I could have swore I heard Knox, but okay. Tyler Rose just
No,
makes his way
Knox
out.
is in pure power.
That's it. That's it. I should change
Yeah.
my notes here so I don't make that mistake again. So Tyler Rose, I apologize, sir. I'm very sorry about that. Makes his way
It's
out to the
okay.
ring. I've only seen him wrestle maybe one other time. Like I
I
remember
think
him
I've
in a
seen him
6-man
twice,
tag.
and I've seen him at a show once, but he wasn't working the ring.
Yeah. So Tyler Rose comes up for the Tyler Rose Open Challenge. He says, "Anybody back there, come out and face me." And we get the Boogie, Steven Styles, making his way out. And yes, I got the best picture I could of the Boogie Steven Styles. I really need a picture of Steven Styles wearing his Boogie jacket, looking back over his shoulder so we can see, like, when somebody looks back and get just so you can see the Boogie on his back while looking back over his shoulder. I need that picture.
Oh, that
Uh,
sentence was tremendous. You
I
need
took
to
a,
see the boogie on his back.
yeah. I have 2 notes for this. Styles is, or 3 notes. Sorry, Styles is twice the size of Tyler Rose here.
Yeah.
Wide, and he's but wider, two times wider. He's also about a foot tall, maybe about like half a foot to a foot taller than him. But he's double the size wider than Tyler Rose here. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He even drops to his knees to like fight him, and it was just like the hell. The end of this match, because I was getting my food during this match, I was being given my food. Styles wins with a triple with power bomb, another power bomb, holds on, power bomb, pulls back up, and sits out on the third power bomb to get the win.
Yeah. I was drinking the cooler that you had handed me when he came out, and the voice that came out became the voice for the rest of the match. And I went, "Oh my god, it's Tyler! It's Tyler, you guys." This guy got his shit wrecked. He did a good job at it though. I mean, he's a great sell. This was definitely a comedy match for these guys. Because just the way Steven was especially kind of walking around, yeeting Tyler
Boogie,
around.
boogieing it up.
He was the boogie woogie choo choo train indeed. Um, yeah, I don't know where that came from. But yeah, it was pretty much just like a match of Steven just kind of beating down on Tyler and Tyler kind of taking it and surviving. It was a David and Goliath situation where Goliath won.
Well, okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say David and Sloth. not David and Goliath, because I
I mean, he
can't
caught
ever
him
call
though.
Stephen
I'm not
Styles a Goliath.
of all the criticisms we have for Steven, though, he was moving pretty quickly in this one. Like Tyler did try to use his speed and agility at certain points to try to like get around him, but like I feel like Tyler, based on the clips that I've seen, he does do a lot of like lariat, that kind of like not a full body lariat, maybe just a full body lariat where he like takes him right down and he goes down with them.
Mm.
Um, that's not going to work, unfortunately, against the larger dude. And I think that was the joke of him just kind of running around trying to do all of his power moves and not being able to. I found it very entertaining, though,
Me
for
too.
what it was. I had a good time with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was fun. I just was like, because I was getting our food and everything at the time, because they were serving
Mm,
me a food during this match. Like if my
yeah.
food came out, it was hard to really get a lot of notes on this match because I was in the middle of all that. But I had fun with it. Again, it was just a
Yeah.
small little kind of filler point of the show, and it was only a few minutes long, so it wasn't like they went 15 minutes or 20 minutes.
No,
I think
it was
maybe
brief.
5 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. Like the match
Mhm.
went, maybe
Oh,
slightly longer.
also something I also wanted to point out in this is that we had a new ref, at least for us at this location.
Oh yeah,
We had Jade.
yeah. I think Jade's been there
Jade has.
before.
I don't think I've seen her wrestle the ref the Norwood. I've seen her ref the Kingsway
Kingsway,
location.
yeah, I know we had seen her
Yeah,
before.
I've seen her once before. Yeah, and then I've seen her a couple times on clips
Yeah.
in other shows. It was nice to have another lady on the show.
Yeah, but she did like the first 5 matches in a row.
Shut the fuck up! It was better than nothing.
That's true. I think she did a good job. And we get
Yes.
to one of my two matches of the evening, because when this match
Mm-hmm.
was announced, I was so happy. We have for the RCW North American Championship, we have Mitch Clarke, our boy. Well, just go.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. My fingers are so small. There we go. Yay!
See, I put it closer together now, so we can actually
We
tip
can
touch.
actually touch. We're not in the void.
Yeah, yeah.
Except for my
Um,
index finger is short.
you got to come with the other arm that to the side. It's easier that way if you come with the other arm.
Oh yeah, that's significantly.
See, I know. I learned that today. Um, when I was testing it
Whew.
on for the stream. Um, yeah, dude, and he's facing off with the Calgary legend.
Mhm.
Melball's gotten to see him live before. I finally got my chance to see Othias Jones. I was so excited. I was so
Yes.
happy here. Man, this dude is charisma times 1,000. He is
Mhm.
so entertaining in
Mhm.
the way he moves, the way he just his excitement, his wrestling is spectacular. Working with and
The
yet,
pants, the glitter pants. Come on now, the pants.
the zebra style pants, like with
Yeah.
the line, but they were really shiny,
Yeah, it was like very metallic,
sparkly.
very glittery. I loved it.
Oh,
I loved it.
I love it.
Can we talk real quick about the before match where Mitch Clarke came out and I was excited and I felt like I got hit like by a shotgun because he gave me a shirt and it promptly landed on my chair, which was phenomenal given the situation. We were in a violent tip touch, the group, the horde.
Yep.
I don't think he noticed that on my plate was my poutine. So I would be wearing my Mitch shirt because I wore my JJ shirt on Saturday, but I had to wash it.
I I I
She's in the dryer.
Hey, Mitch, where was my shirt? Where's the shirt? Where you didn't throw a shirt at me, the man who's been
I'll
supporting
let
you,
you wear mine on your head once in a while.
the man who's been supporting you since your UFC days. I was a fan of you. I supported you since the day you walked into Monster Pro Wrestling. I was a fan of you.
Andre,
I got your autograph then, man. Come on,
Andre,
what a shirt.
Andre. You forget who the love of his life is.
It, it's
It's his
not.
wife. He's the love of mine.
I was gonna say, I don't think it's you.
No. We got holes in different area codes. Take us into the match though.
Dude, Mitch early on just starts picking up Othias, just carrying him around the ring, slamming the shit out of him, gets a delayed vertical, then just starts scoop slamming the shit out of him at one point, and then just sits on him for 2, gets a doctor bomb. Then Othias fights back, and he's just Othias again, it's so lively and everything he does it's so like explosive in the way he jumps.
Mm-hmm.
He just does everything. He's so expressive, and I absolutely loved it.
Mm-hmm.
Gets a chop block, the beautiful bulldog out of the corner. He does a scoop slam and then just drops like a Jeff Cobb style hammer and sickle. He just drops
Yeah.
the forearm. It was great. I
So
love.
good.
Yeah, dude, I absolutely love this match. Othias is choking Mitch at one point, just getting a little dark here. It's getting
Mm-hmm.
so evil. He gets a code breaker. Mitch dodges a splash in the corner, hits an exploder for 2. Othias like backdrops Mitch out of the reverse power bomb, and goes to the top, goes up, hits an elbow, only gets 2. The end of this match was absolute perfection because Othias gets up, does the rock, pulls the elbow pad off, and then just goes, just does like a light little toss to the edge of the ring.
Merp.
I laughed so hard at that because it was just like you expect that and just whip it into the crowd, but no, you just like so just whips it to like the edge of the apron so he gets his elbow pad back after the match. Oh
I
my god.
mean, to be fair though, it would have been hilarious to see him just whip it into production space.
Oh god,
However,
I laughed so hard. He goes to hit Mitch, but Mitch starts fighting back, chopping the crap out of Othias into the corner,
Mhm.
and just pops him up. Ludwig Van Driver
Spindly
for
Bentley.
the win. Absolutely phenomenal match. I love these two together. I was so excited for Othias because again I've been wanting to see him forever, and Mitch is he's one of my favorites for been forever.
Mhm.
And to Mr. Jason Rutledge, as you were probably watching this video, Mitch is a face. He has been a face for a long, 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 long time. You're
He's
wrong.
the face.
He is the ultimate face.
Mhm.
You're wrong, Jason.
Ultraviolet face.
Yes, the most ultra violent face that there is.
Mm.
Get it right, Jason.
Um, I got some notes, and surprisingly, they didn't match yours. So hey, that's good. Fallaway Slam by Mitch, though. Also keeping in mind, I don't know the names of that you do. I just kind of call it what I think it is. There's also a Bulldog by Othias, really really good. Um, there was that one point where Othias got Mitch down on his knees and served him a short-legged or a short leg drop, little baby leg drop like that. It was very crisp, as you said, very explosive in the ring. And the energy that he brought was almost like the perfect counter to Mitch's kind of effortless charisma. Ended up being a really, really great hyped up match. And the crowd, holy shit, was the crowd into this match. There was a scoop slam elbow drop by Othias. I think you mentioned that. Um, Exploder by Mitch. I finally recognized what an exploder was.
You did.
Gold Star Melball. There was I wrote told rope elbow drop, but it was a top rope elbow drop by Othias. But yeah, Spindly Bentley for the win. This was so fun.
Ludwig Van
This was
Driver.
like a Spindly Bentley. This was a consistent show up until a certain point. Um, yeah. Let's go on to the next one because the next one was another surprise for us. Also, real quick though, shout out to Othias' family, who was right behind us for that whole time, just screaming the whole time. Loved it. You gotta love it when the family supports these guys in what
Heck
it is
yeah.
that they want to do. And we love seeing that. We love seeing that support.
Yeah. Again, Steven, Bring Othias back to Edmonton. Every other
Please.
Edmonton show, we need him. He's exciting. He is lovable. I want to watch this man wrestle. He is so
Mhm.
cool. I love this dude. Bring him back.
Yes, bring
We
him
move
back.
Oh, I put the wrong graphic in there. I put a graphic in there from the next show. I messed up.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, the next match on the show was the RCW debut, I think, of Riley Cruz, who we have seen in LPW multiple times. He is here and he's taking on Harlon, Abbott, and man, it was a pretty athletic start. Like the two moving around. Harlon reverses a bulldog into a backdrop for 2. Riley misses a moonsault at one point, and Harlon hits his like just super kick out of nowhere to just like phenomenal. Beautiful. There's beautiful eat the feet by Riley Cruz. When pulling the arm and with the foot in the face, so good. Harlon coming back, getting that X-plex or the suplex that he comes up and then he just releases. I think it was Pete Dunn calls it the X-plex. In the game, in the video games, it's called the X-plex. It's just when you lift up and you just let go. But yeah, it looks so good. The end of this match, Riley Cruz stops the healing driver, goes for the Impaler DDT, but gets reversed into a jackknife pin by Harlon Abbott for the win. And I was so excited to see Riley Cruz here.
What I liked about this is that because the win was sudden, it didn't take away from momentum of Riley, because he was going right up until the ring bell rung. Wow, that was a mouthful for me. And he was still raring to go afterwards. I loved seeing this. So I had a couple notes, not a whole lot, but I had some. I had to eat the feet, so we can cross that one out. There was because I don't see Nate anymore. There was a tenderize them titties moment by Abbott on poor Riley, and man, was that rough. He goes back and forth, doesn't he, between the claps and the thuds. And Riley was wearing a shirt. Ouchies. Can't imagine that felt good. There was a moonsault attempt by Riley that Harlon got out of the way for, but it still looked super good, and Riley bumped super good for it. And then there was a back elbow into a bulldog by Riley that I thought was really, really impressive. I love seeing this kid. He's so fun. He's got so much energy. He gets the crowd fired up. And to see him go against one of their veterans in the locker room and have a really solid match with him that I think I've seen Riley on RCW once before, but not here. I could be wrong about that though, but I swear I saw him in a picture from somewhere down south. But to see him coming in strong like this, this gives me hope. This gives me some hope for this one, because there's some issues that need to be dealt with, that I'm scared there's disease festering in this locker room. Yeah.
But you know what's not disease in this locker room? At least not in Edmonton anymore. Is the RCW Canadian Championship is back in Edmonton, baby. And we got a 4-way match for the title. Tony Machete, the new RCW Canadian Heavyweight Champion, defending against Shaun Martens, Kato, and our boy, our Roman Riggs, our oil baron.
Oh, fuck. What are we doing? Okay, there.
You gotta make sure the pinky's up.
I have so many little broken freaking hands. Look at my finger, like, no.
It's our oil baron, Cody Mack. So again, Martens and Kato just immediately bail out of this match and go to the bar and get Coronas. Disgusting. That is, you're drinking piss if you're drinking Corona. I'm sorry. Coronas are disgusting. You're just.
I find beer just in general disgusting. So
that's not even beer. That's just gross. Like, beer is good. Corona is just dirty water.
Dear.
Corona's just dirty water. All Corona is dirty water. That's right, Martens. And Martens tries to drink it, and he chugs it, and then he pulls it out, and it just starts foaming out of the bottle. I'm just laughing. Nathan goes,
alcohol abuse.
Nathan yells, "Have you ever drank piss before?" And then Adam, perfect tag, says, "It's Martens. Of course he has." Or,
Guys,
so
oh, you kill me.
good. But
Why?
just Adam tagging up on Nathan's line there was absolutely
Oh, yeah.
perfect.
They had some
Oh,
pretty good zingers throughout the entire night, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah. Mac hits a frack hammer to Tony Machete, but the pin gets broken up because Kato and Martin's back in. Again, they do a lot of Martins and Kato teaming up, doing a lot of double teaming on Tony, then double teaming on Mac, and then they start fighting over the pin on Mac. This is where Tony hits a beautiful springboard double lariat, taking them both down. Tony getting it with those sling blades, just slinging those blades around. End of this match comes, though. Tony stops the rope walk stunner by Kato into a spin out backdrop, then hits a swinging flatliner off the second rope, then follows up with a super kick to a kneeling Kato, and Tony Machete gets the win, retaining his Canadian Heavyweight Championship.
One thing I have to add to that is just before the finish did happen, Mac did make a um, a pin, did a scoop slam, and then a pin attempt, but Martins actually pulled him out. And when they started bickering about that, they ended up going through the curtain into the pack. Words are hard today, man.
Mm-hmm.
Into the back. Subsequently taking them both out of the match and leaving Kato open to take that finish from Machete and do the pin without interruption. Yeah, Sling Blades I was happy to see because I was begging for those. So we'd seen him I'd seen him once in Calgary, and we saw him once up before up here. We got no Sling Blade, and we got no Dragon Screw Leg Whip. We got both in this match. I was very
I was so
happy.
happy. I was so happy with this
Happy.
match, man. Yeah.
Yeah, it was very, very good. Um, it did seem in the beginnings, whatever spot that they were trying to do with the ref was a little kind of muddled, but they made it work for what it was, and I felt that it ended up going really, really good. Yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got on this one. I had a lot of fun with this one. I always do with these guys. You know, I'm a huge fan of Tony Machete, big Roman Reigns fan. Mine's okay. Love
Come
hate.
on, you love Martins. He's great. We all love
Yeah,
Martins.
he's good. He's pretty good. He scares the ever living shit out of me, but he's good.
Charm Martins is awesome. We move on to what was an incredible match on paper. This might be the in-ring best match of the night, but I think I had the most fun with Mitch and Othias, but like just pure
Fair.
work. I might give it to this.
Mm,
Son of Irish versus Christian Starr. This just started off like a bang. Soy goes to the outside. Starr just tope suicide to Soy, or to start the match because Soy's on the floor. Then he hits another. Soy fakes a dive, hits and then just goes to the apron, hits a guillotine like style knee off the apron to Starr on the floor. Starr hits a tope con hilo to the Soy on the floor. Both are flipping off the top, avoiding each other. Starr gets a standing Spanish fly in the ring for 2. Great chop exchange.
mm,
3 Irish friends from Soy. Just this beautiful sling blade by Starr here. Just so much good stuff. Running, there's a cross chop to the throat by Soy, and hits a Death Valley driver, and then hits that running shooting star press to be like, "See, I'm better than you." And it was these two like trying to one up each other in this match. Soy goes to the top, but gets cut off. Starr hits a Spanish fly off that top for 2. Soy comes back with a super Ross cutter for 2 out of the corner. Soy goes for his flying forearm, but gets reversed into a cutter, and Starr stacks him for the win. And dude, this match was so much fun. It was so fast paced. It never stopped going. They just kept going.
mhm.
And I know some people don't like this style of match. This very much was reminiscent of the early Ricochet Osprey style match, as a lot of people have deemed those video game style matches, which I'm perfectly fine with when it comes to these two. Give me more. Give me more. Give me more.
See, I agreed with everything you said up until that point because you clearly missed something. They were hamming it up in between all of these sequences. It
Oh,
wasn't just into it, everything. Remember, this was also, we must, before I get into it, shout out the return of Matt Slaps for this match. Hell yeah. How much Matt's could a Matt slap slaps if a Matt slaps could slap slaps? Oh, and I fucked it up in the first time.
do you want me to say my version of it?
No.
Oh. You remember.
I mean, you can if you want to. Do go for it.
Oh, it's all good.
My God, too funny. Too funny. So that being said, the return of Matt Slaps. Soy, getting in Matt Slaps' face. I have till 5. I have till 5. Shoving Matt Slaps a few times. So even though this did have that undertone that you did mention, which I could totally see when they were going, off Ricochet and Osprey, that was that Ricochet and Osprey weren't particularly great at was the showboating and interacting in between those sequences. And I think that's why they got that reputation for being a little robotic. Whereas this was like the perfect evolution of Osprey and Ricochet into something a little bit more. We were seeing more personality out of Christian Starr, especially over the last couple of months. It's really coming into his own. Really impressed with this. Yeah, as you said, these guys kind of like they came in just go, go, go. They came in with all of the energy and it was there until he stacked Soy at the end. Okay, I wrote down float over backstabber by Soy Boy. Did you mention that?
It's
I
when
can't
he went
remember.
out. Yeah, I didn't mention it, but it was when he
Oh,
jumped
there you
up
go.
over him out of the corner and then just grabbed him. Oh,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
so beauty.
Nasty. It's nasty. I love it though. Yeah. There was also a sling blade, second sling blade of the night by Son of Irish. Yeah, the shooting star press and the throat thrust. I like that. It's not done enough for how like devastating it really is, especially if you get them. Like, ow. Um, I like that he does that, and I love that he does it both the straight style and the cross neck style. I really, really appreciate that. Um, yeah, the shooting star press, phenomenal forearm reversed into the star cutter for 3. Yeah. Wow. This was a great match, and I was honestly surprised on where it was in the card, but it also kind of made sense.
Mhm.
Yeah.
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 And this match also resulted that the loser would get the first spot in the Battleground Rumble main event.
Mm.
So it has to go number 1 he has to go all the way through all 20 participants if he wants to win the chance at going after the North American title in March.
Yeah. Technically 19 because he would be the 20th.
No. But I'm
Yeah.
saying he only had 18 technical opponents.
Oh, okay.
I'm giving the extra the 20th person to our bald friend. So from here,
Hold on. I had something to say and then you made me forget it. Oh, it was for our friend Mike Wright. When you guys were kind of giving him shit for what he was yelling for this, it was end to end. End to end.
I don't know. I didn't
He
give
was
him shit
saying,
for anything. I didn't give him shit.
oh, I thought I heard you
Anybody?
and Nathan ganging up on him, being like, "What are you saying? Chill out." He was saying end to end,
Oh,
so
I
he is
didn't know
going
what
end
he.
to end.
I wasn't yelling about it. It's just like I was like, how high pitched is that? Jesus.
Hey, he was excited. Son of Irish is one of his favorite wrestlers in this company, so obviously he's going to be excited to see him going in first and potentially coming out last.
Yeah. So let's jump to the main event because nothing happened for a while for me. I just was not in the
Stuff
building.
happens, but it's not worth talking about except for some vulgar old man sat in there and spewed profanities at people.
Yeah, and Moondog was there.
Yeah, and he was bleeding
Yeah.
because he always is.
Moondog, let's just do this. Moondog had a match and he didn't win, or did he win? I don't know. Wasn't there?
I'm not entirely sure we would call it a win. He ended the match with a chain wrapped around his opponent's neck and was strangling them outside the ring. And
All right.
good people like JJ were coming out to help him. And I was like, it's only that person. It's really not that deep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit in the back with everyone else. You're good.
So let's roll on to the Battleground Rumble. See my
Mhm.
I grabbed the graphic from some random movie that's something called Rumble. I just grabbed the graphic to put out Rumble.
Okie dokie.
So
Oh,
in
shout
number
out
one
Rumble.
is Son of Irish. Out number two is Sid Greed into his new music. I really do like the new music. Sid
Mhm.
offers a handshake, but gets slapped. So he picks up so like Yuji Hiroshi into a Blade Runner, and I'm
Yeah.
like, dang. Out number three is Crudo Cody Mack, frack hammering Sid, and then hits the gore to Soy, then follows up with a frack hammer to Soy. Out number four, Jay Spade, baby, right here.
Yes.
Yes. He hits a moonsault onto Sid
Right, the
coming
other
in.
way. Look at your shirt. Which way?
This way. Yeah, this way. Um, Jay
Oh.
he hits a moonsault onto Sid coming in, and then hits a Zack driver to
Mhm.
Cody onto Sid, which was funny.
Yeah.
Out number five is Johnny Two Fingers, tiny little dude. Hits Sid with his walking stick, and then Sid takes Johnny Two Fingers and tosses him over the top to eliminate him.
Yeah.
Out
I've
number
recorded that whole section, that whole bit of Johnny Two Fingers getting in and getting out. I think it was
nice.
about 20 seconds. 20
Nice. Out
seconds.
number six, headline Shaun Martens. Out number seven is Kamikaze.
Mhm.
JJ tosses Cam out, who skins the cat, then comes back in and tosses JJ out. So JJ is eliminated number two.
Fruit.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. So technically, Cam was the eighth person in this match because in number three, I would say would be our referee, Mr. Matt Slaps, was in the ring during this match. So he technically was the third entrant in this match. So Cam was number eight. Out number nine is Riley Cruz. Gets an impaler DDT to Sid, then to Soy. Out number 10 is Ginha. He snaps the fingers of Sid. I was like, yeah, let's go. Snap those fingers. You got anything?
Yeah. I'm just looking at my notes. I'm like trying to understand what it was I was writing down for some of this because like one of my notes is just nipples.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Oh,
Uh,
I know what it is. I'm just
we're
trying
not
to
there.
remember if
We're not there yet. Okay.
no,
Uh,
no.
so eliminations number 3 and 4 come when Sid Greed does the cactus jack like running cross body over the top to Ginha. We both go crashing to the floor, and
To
both
who?
to Ginha. Ginha. Yeah, I said Ginha. Out
You did
number
the
10.
first time.
Out number 10 is Cannonball Kelly, aka Charlie Brown.
This is where the thing happened. I can't remember. I didn't write down who, but I guess someone was like chopping. I think it might have been Mac. It was back chopping Martens in the chest, and it was hitting his nipples. And he started doing the Nia Jax my whole, but nipples instead. And when I
Okay.
tell you, I nearly died laughing at this. I did. Thank you for that moment. It was funny.
Yeah,
Continue.
Cannonball tosses Riley over the top rope to the apron, and Two Fingers ends up pulling Riley Cruz to the floor. To eliminate him, number 5, Cam gets a head scissors to Martin, sends him over the top to the floor. Elimination number 6.
Mhm,
And number 11 is Cat Von Heez,
mhm.
slamming everybody. Out number 12, Moses Luke, and he gets a stink face to Mac in the corner.
Yeah,
Out number
yeah.
13 is Christian Starr. So he immediately grabs Starr, tosses him over the top, and hits him with a forearm to the face to knock him out. Starr was in this match for only a few seconds. Out number
It's
14
unfortunate.
is Harlon Abbott. So elimination number 8 comes when Harlon Abbott takes Mr. Matt Slaps, tosses him over the top rope to the floor. So Matt Slaps was an official entrant in this match in my books. So he was eliminated number 8.
He certainly took the worst bump of everyone in that one, that's for sure.
Yeah. Elimination number 8, Moses and Kat are chopping Cannonball Kelly in the corner, and they toss him over to eliminate him. Or sorry, elimination number 9. I had that slash elimination in there. Out number 15 is the Daisy Duke legend himself, Gussy Jones. He comes in, goes to attack Harlon, but stumbles and falls. And Harlon just he starts to beg off Harlon. Harlon just gives him a fat old sleeper kick to the face. And it was out number 16, Othias Jones, or out number 17, Othias Jones. Out number 18 is Kato. Kato immediately comes out, tossing Othias over the top and to the floor. Yeah. Out number 19 is Moon Dog Manson. And then Kato gets tossed out. It was happening on the other side of the ring, so I didn't exactly see what happened. Harlon catches off of the ropes into a beautiful looking powerbomb. And out number 20 for the 20-man Rumble, because I am adding Matt Slaps to this match, is Weston King. Harlon tosses Gussy over the top to eliminate him. Everyone gangs up, tosses Moses Luke to eliminate him over the top in elimination number 13. Elimination 14, King tosses Harlon out. Elimination 14. Harlon comes back in, stalks King from eliminating Son of Irish, tosses King out, and they brawl to the back. The next elimination, Moondog tosses Cam over the top as he's trying to eliminate Son of Irish. Cat Angels wings Son of Irish here at one point, and while Mac is 10 punching Moondog in the corner. Moondog and Matt are fighting, and Cat tosses both of them over the top, and Cat gets immediately tossed out over the top by Son of Irish to eliminate her. And Son of Irish is your Battleground Rumble winner, and he will face the RCW North American champion in March. I'm ready for it. It's going to be Mitch. It's going to be Mitch.
End to end, baby. End to end. Okay, what did I have in here? There was there was a scoop slam and leg drop by Moses on Gussy that looked pretty stiff. Poor Gussy. Everyone but Moondog eliminated Moses. Moondog was kind of bleeding in a corner. Oh, poor guy. What else do I have? Just eliminations. Oh, there was one point where so Two Fingers helped pull out Riley. Did you mention that?
Yep.
Okay, good. There was a lot of information in this. I don't got nothing else. This was a great Rumble. This was a fun Rumble. It was a great way to cap off the night.
Yeah. It was a great I had a great time with this Rumble. Rumble's so much fun. It's a good time.
Well, and it was needed to bring people back into the show because the match that happened before this was very abysmal and had everybody very quiet. You needed to spice it back up.
There you go. Yeah.
On to the next one.
So that was the main event for the RCW Battleground. So me and Mel, we left when we came back, and then we decided to go see some wrestling the next night with our friend Nathan, who was supposed to be here on the show reviewing with us, but due to some technical issues, he could not make it. But he will be here in February for when we review the February 15th edition of RCW, and hopefully we might have another guest on for that show too. So maybe 4 of us talking that February 15th show. The other guest that couldn't make it, Mr. Matt Slaps.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he might be here too.
No idea. Had no idea.
Yeah, he couldn't be here tonight for our recording due to scheduling conflicts with his podcast. So, sorry, brother. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about some RCW New Year's Revolution in Onoway, Alberta. Yes, Onoway. Quickly. We kicked it off with the Wrecking Crew reuniting Real Talk Team Richter and headline Shaun Martens to take on Bobcat, Bobby Sharp, and Cat Heez. Just a couple comedy things we need to talk about before I jump to the end here. Shaun is avoiding Bobby, getting called a chicken, and he starts strutting. And Dean's like, he has a very manly strut as he's strutting around looking like a chicken. And it was just hilarious. There's another really funny spot where the Wrecking Crew are cheating or blatantly double teaming on Bobby Sharp while the ref's back is turned. And then when the ref turns around, Martin's just like, we don't cheat. It was so stupid. Cat gets the forever cat line to the Wrecking Crew. She starts slamming up people. Martens breaks up the pin on Dean. Dean tries to get a pin on Bobby, but he's not the legal man. Cat hits him with Angel's wings. They hit the heart attack, and Cat puts a sharpshooter on Dean as Bobby spears Martens, and Dean taps out.
Should also mention we got Ben back for this one. And
Ben,
because of
Ben
the
was
show,
the whole show.
yeah, and for you made me lose my train of thought. You need to stop doing that, man. Where was I going with that? The commentary that Ben was having because of how quiet sometimes, like not to, Onoway is a loud city for these guys, especially when you're one of the crowd's favorite. They're going to be loud for you. But there were points where they got so quiet that you could hear Ben's commentary. So I remember at this point when he's trying to pin Bob and he's like, he's not legal. just the deadpan way in which he said it gave me a nice little chuckle. But yeah, there was a hesitation drop kick by Richter to Bob Sharp in the corner. You know how much I love those hesitation drop kicks just because they seem to defy physics. Double spinning back elbow by Martens and Richter. I didn't write down on who. And I don't know if this is what it's called. Nathan said it was called an implant buster.
Implant buster, Angel's wings. There's multiple names for that move, yeah.
That doesn't make it confusing to learn at all. This was a fun way to open the show. I love seeing Bob and Cat wrestle together. I love seeing them both teaming and on opposite ends. Like I love seeing them face up against each other too. Because somewhere one of them is just living a dream.
I got a question. I have a question for you.
No.
Years ago, did you ever see Bobby's twin sister face off against Kat Von Heez at PWA?
Yeah, her gear looks suspiciously similar to Giselle Swall's.
Yeah, I know. I laughed so hard when Bobby's twin sister came out for a match.
Those pictures come up on my Facebook memories every once in a while, and I just have a nice little giggle to it. Yeah.
Me too. It's so good when pictures of Bobby's sister comes up on your feed. It's always
what
good.
Did we say that we were calling Martens and Richter to ourselves though? Was that something different?
The Wrecking Crew?
I thought we were calling them like Ooga Fist or something like that.
Oh, wasn't it Booga Fist?
Yeah, Booga Fist.
Booga Fist. Yeah, Booga Fist.
Yeah. Which doesn't sound particularly great.
Booga, he yells Booga Booga a lot, so it's the Booga Fist.
Yeah.
We move on to the battle of the big man. Two meaty men slapping meat. Lots of comedy early between the two. Just some funny stuff. Moses chopping him a lot. Barricade gets control on the floor. Chopping him, tossing him into the pod. They in the ring. And Barricade, we didn't see any roadwork karate tonight. I officially am declaring Barricade a Pokemon. So man does the belly drum, which is a Pokemon move, and then goes for the splash, which is ineffective in Pokemon because he missed the splash. So he is now officially a Pokemon.
Okay. Is he like you're gonna have to get into a lot more detail about this, my guy? What kind of clearly Earth class, right? Is that what it is, or?
I'm calling him a ground Pokemon. Who he is to me he is the Canadian variant of Snorlax.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Relatable. Most relatable Pokemon. Gonna lie. Okay. Is
I
that what
don't see that
Snorlax
coming.
does?
Well, Snorlax, like, he wakes up all grumpy, fights people, 'cause Barricade's been grumpy. He runs into people, and then he goes back to sleep. So, and he is the Canadian he's the Canadian location variant. As Pokemon have different versions in different areas, there's different versions of certain Pokemon. Like there's an Ice Vulpix in Aloha. We have our Canadian ground
Oh my god.
version of Snorlax called Barricade.
This is gonna have to be an image. Can't you get custom Pokemon cards now?
Oh my god, I need to make a custom Pokemon card. Oh my god.
Hey, and there's a good idea for Barricade for some merchandising.
There you go. Barricade goes for this. Gets a crushing corner splash in the corner, then
Mhm,
hits a lariat, and then drops the elbow for the win.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have too much on this because I actually just sat here and enjoying it. This was a really funny match for me. And like I just laughed and had fun with it and enjoyed what I was seeing. Most was he's a very interactive wrestler.
Hmm?
Very charismatic. And quick-witted too. Like the ability to just snap back almost instantaneously and not even with something stupid like so is your mom. Like he actually sits there and has like really intelligent shit to come clap back on you with. It's very impressive. I remember when I first started seeing him, I wasn't the most impressed with him, but his comedy has really won me over in a lot of this, and I actually get excited to see him now.
Yeah. I think Moses Luke is such an entertaining character when he wants to be. I find when he's
Mm,
playing heel, he's entertaining as a heel, but I find him
mhm,
so much more fun as a good guy. Because he's got such great charisma and great comedy to do
mhm,
it, and I think he's so
mhm.
good at it. Yep.
He even does it very, very well with the heel, depending on what heel he's playing. Because I think I saw him as a heel against Mo in Calgary, and he actually was kind of like the goofy, like, "Oh, I'm gonna get you," kind of
Mhm.
heel. You know what I'm saying? So it still even works for him. He kind of very much so kind of figures out what the crowd is, and then kind of seems to base the rest of what he does based on how the crowd is responding.
Yeah,
Mm,
I very much enjoy him. We're going to move on to an RCW International Tag Team Championship match. It is the RADz, Rich King and T.Y. Jackson, defending against Sid Greed and Cannonball Kelly with Johnny Two Fingers. Oh, sorry.
patiently waiting. Yay.
We did it. I think Cannonball Kelly is insanely funny. He is the Charlie Brown. He didn't Charlie Brown it up tonight. He had a whole different shirt on.
You did.
But I find him very funny. There's a spot where the RADz are double teaming Sid, and Cannonball Kelly's all mad. So he goes to get in the ring, and he ends up tripping coming in. He rolls out, and he gets all embarrassed about it. And it was just absolute perfection.
And Johnny takes off his hat and is smacking with him or smacking
It's,
him with it.
it's
Man,
like why?
words are hard tonight.
Uh, man, that final cut moonsault combo by the RADz where Rich does a spitting elbow, bring him down, final cut style, and
Hmm.
TY off the top with the moonsault, so good. They did the Sid,
So good.
um, just just so much good. I almost said Colton Kelly, Cannonball Kelly. Man, for he is deceptively athletic because when he came into the ring, he launched himself over the top, and then like front rolled his way into the ring over the top rope. I was like,
Hmm.
nice.
Sugar hops.
Yeah, it's a great spot. It's good, some good spots here in this match. There's a beautiful neck breaker by Cannonball Kelly. It's sending, and he sends Ty to Ty, then sends Ty into Sid to hit that Ushi Goroshi into the Blade Runner combo. Love that. Kelly reverses the twist of fate by TY at one point and hits a stump pull or pile where it's just like you pulled it, let the back of the pants just sit right down into it. That old Cactus Jack style stump puller.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nasty.
The end of this match though comes. Johnny Two Fingers is distracting the RADz, but Kelly ends up hitting Sid coming off the top by accident. Rich comes around, does that like head sisters around the world into his Olympic slam to Cannonball Kelly to send him out. Then follows up with an 8-6-7 driver to Sid and TY off the top with the swanton to Sid for the win. Your champions retain.
Yes. Yes. I was happy to see that the lights were not a problem this time because they were last time in Onoway.
Well, they
These
turned
guys,
that fan off. They turned that one fan off.
yeah.
They
I
had it
mean, it's
off.
the middle of winter. It's not really needed. But
Yeah.
that being said, yeah, there were a couple moonsaults hit in this night that I was very impressed with. That people didn't drag their feet across the ceiling. They were spatially aware of where they were and what their bodies were doing. Very, very impressive. Um, what do I have here? TY with a high kick or a thrust kick. Love that. So good. You had that. You said that. Okay, so Cannonball, he did this leg drop that he like ran into the corner, came off and came down again. And again, just like Jarris the night before, he held on to the rope while he was doing the leg drop. Now, I I think it might just be because of how tall Cannonball is, but like because when he was sitting down, his arm fully extended was still the rope wasn't banking at all. Like it didn't seem to have any resistance. Is that the right word? So he could actually pull himself up really quickly and easily. So maybe that was the functionality in that. I don't know. Just me making observations. Yeah, that pile driver looked rough. Ugh. You know me and pile drivers. I love them and I hate them. They can be made to look so good. You know that that person's spine just got realigned, and in probably not a fun way. RADz are rad.
RADz are rad.
RADz are rad. The RADz agree.
Yes.
The RADz are for the people.
So we move on to a tag team match. It is Weston King and Peyton Price taking on the team. A little bit country and a little bit rock and roll. Riley Cruz and Cowboy Harlon Abbott. He didn't wear a cowboy hat, but he came out to Small Town Saturday night, which is appropriate because Onoway is a small town, and it was Saturday night.
It was.
I really love it. I really love it. The turnbuckle was falling off during this match, and Riley Cruz is trying to reattach it during the match.
Bless his heart. Just scrambling too.
Yeah. Harlan hits his beautiful. Again, I'm just gonna go through a couple spots. Peyton with a nice octopus lock on Harlan. He reversed it into this insane looking jumping tombstone pile driver. Looked like he murdered her. Yeah. Harlan hits a tope suicida to King on the floor. Then Peyton hits one to Harlan. Riley then hits a plancha to King on the floor. Beautiful snap powerbomb by King to Riley, and then falls with a spinning forearm to Harlan in the ring. King hits an X-Plex to Riley, and then falls with that big senton. Peyton hits a dive off the top onto Riley, but Harlan comes in to break up the pin. The end of this match, Harlan hits a superplex to King, and Riley follows it up with the Impaler DDT to King for the win. A little bit country and a little bit rock and roll. Right on into the sunset with a win.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. I wrote down that Peyton got a sharpshooter.
She did.
There in the match, which was pretty freaking cool. As soon as she put that in, I was like, huh? We're going to keep that comment to myself. But it was nice to see a really nice looking sharpshooter. I wrote down that Peyton did a low pay. I could have been wrong, but I wrote down low pay.
Yeah,
Tope for
it probably.
Harlon, Lope for Peyton, and then the crossbody by Cruz.
I think I was just writing so quickly. I wrote Tope. I wrote Tope Suicida. I think I just
Okay.
wrote that quickly. I think it was a Lope though. Yeah.
Sliding Lariat by Riley. Frackin' cool. Love it. Freaking love that. I saw that and I was like, Ishii! Yes! He has more of a neck than Ishii, though. But yeah, this was a really fun match. It was so nice. So nice to see Peyton. So nice to see Peyton.
I didn't
I
realize it
hadn't
was her
seen
at
her in a
first.
bit.
I didn't realize it was
Oh,
her at
as
first.
soon as she came out, I recognized that gear.
Well, I saw the camera. I'm like, oh, it's Peyton. And then I realized then because she didn't have the makeup on. I'm like, wait, is that Peyton? I'm like, is that Peyton? She's like, yeah. I'm
Yeah,
like, I thought so, but I wasn't sure.
yeah.
It's kind of
She looked
confused. Oh,
fantastic. I loved it.
I'm just not
Yeah,
used to
yeah.
seeing her without the makeup. That's the thing.
That's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. It's always like when like somebody shows up with a fresh haircut and you weren't expecting it, right?
Yeah.
You
So
don't
we move.
recognize.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
Yeah.
off.
No, no, no. Go ahead. Go ahead.
We're going to move on to the main event of the evening.
Yeah.
It is Ginha versus Son of Irish. Dude, this I think more than any, I maybe only Mitch versus Othias was when I heard these two were going. That was match I was most anticipating this whole weekend. When I
Mm-hmm.
found out that these before the show, I found out these two were going because I asked Ben, "What's the match card?" and he told me what was going on, and he told me this match, and I'm like, "You serious?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh," and we were all excited for this match because I
Mm-hmm.
love both these two. It's a great series
Mm-hmm.
of pinning exchanges between the two early. Soy gets a tope on Hilo to Ginha on the floor. I think it was Tope Gunhill. It could have been Tope Susie. I
That's
can't
what I
remember.
wrote down.
Yeah, Tope.
That's
It
what I
was Tope.
wrote down.
It
So if I
wasn't
wrote
wrong.
it down, we must be right. This
It
isn't this match.
doesn't matter. It was a rad. It was a rad thing to do.
It was a
Um,
rad moment.
rad moment. So it hits a DD, like a ripcord. Like it was like this weird. Like he had like like a swinging ripcord DDT. I don't know what it was. It was weird, and then hits a like
Oh, I know
oh,
what you're talking
he had the
about.
DDT, and then he ripcorded him out into, and then hits a flatliner out of it.
Yeah, yeah.
It was a. I didn't know how to write that move down, but I was like, okay, it was like a DDT position, then ripcords him into a flatliner. It was really cool. The way he did it was really.
Mm-hmm.
He gets he gets the three Irish friends for two. Ginha slams Soy, but misses the standing moonsault, and Soy pops up, hits a running shooting star press for two.
Mm-hmm.
Ginha hitting that saucy cinnamon twist right in this match.
Yes.
Of Mr. Alex Zane right there. I was like, yeah, cinnamon twist. Uh, Combination kicks, and Ginha hits the cutter for two. Soy fights back, hits a stiff looking Canadian destroyer. He goes up to the top, but misses the stomp. Ginha hits the super kick, picks him up, blue thunder bomb. Yes, people win with a blue thunder bomb because he won the match here. Amazing way to cap off our evening.
Oh no. Oh no. Did we just Oh, we'll have to discuss this after. Um, yeah, okay. You pretty much got surprisingly all of the notes that I had, except for the series of headlock reversals at the beginning that showed off the technicality and just how good these guys are and smart that they are in pacing a match. They gave us that nice little lead in while still giving us a high energy because the reversals were so quick. They weren't sitting there and like holding it, oh yeah, selling to the crowd for a few seconds. It was, I got you in here, whoop, now I got you in here, whoop, now I got you in here, whoop, now I got you in here. It was just continuous, but not fast enough that you were like on the edge of your seat, like, oh my God, but you were like, ooh, ooh, yay. It was a very good pace. I am very animated tonight, aren't I?
It's good.
Yeah. Scoop body slam by Ginha later in the match, and also there was a double-handed choke by Soy. I was like, it's a Greco-Roman throat hold. 2 hands. Yeah, my main event. This was great. It was freaking great. What a great way to end the night.
Yeah.
Mhm,
Again, 2 awesome shows over 2 fun nights. I had a blast. RCW, again, we skip some stuff at some shows because we just don't want to see it. But
mm,
overall, everything I watch, I'm enjoying.
mhm.
And hey, no Steve Wild, so it was even better.
We trade off, don't we? We trade
We
off.
do. We
You
do.
know, I do have to say though, I have been asked by a couple of friends recently, both of which stopped coming to live shows because they still are having children, and you can't. I mean, you can bring very young children to wrestling. I wouldn't suggest it just because of the loudness and well, for this show, the vulgarity. Um, I can't recommend RCW when they have people sitting there calling women pussies. It just doesn't work for me. So hopefully we'll see them at the CWE show because that was the show I suggested they go see. 'Cause at
Mhm.
least we know the content that's coming out of there. Yeah, they have it's going to be interesting, especially to see how Danny Duggan is going to play this all-American hero kind of gimmick going forward with all the chaos happening down there. Hell, I think it'd probably strengthen his character more. But even with that character, he's not swearing at the crowd. It's very much a family orientated show, whereas RCW, even having the RADz doesn't take down the fact that you have a grown man who knows better spewing profanities in the crowd. It's just unfortunately not right. We are still going to continue to go see these shows though, and as Andre mentioned, just leave for the people we don't support. We do it at every show, or one of us does. Both of us do. It
I,
depends on
I,
the
I,
show and the person.
I sit through Steve Wild because at least he can still be entertaining in the ring. I just like to shit on
Mm.
him because I don't care for him much.
Uh,
There's only one person I will walk out of this venue out of RCW for, which I will leave for their match. It's only one person,
mm,
and yeah, I'm just gonna keep leaving them during the matches. But that being said, it's time
mhm.
to get out of here. You can find me on the
Yes.
X, this guy at that Canada guy, TikTok, Instagram, and Threads at that Canada. You can find me on Facebook at Andre Melball Wrestling Talk, and our YouTube page, youtube.com/Andre Melball Wrestling Talk. You can find myself and Melball doing our Japanese content in audio form over at A Plus Productions, aplusproductions.com, and the A Plus Productions Facebook page. You can also find me over at twitch.tv/Our Local Establishment and youtube.com/at Our Local Establishment. This coming Friday with Melball for Japanese Wrestling Update. I will be there Saturday midday with our boy Mark Talks for the Royal Rumble preview, and then I'll be back on Sunday morning to chat point of view, chatting sports, chatting probably my thoughts on the Rumble as a whole because I will not be part of the pre or the post show because I'll be at Melball's watching the Rumble.
Mhm. The horde is
Also,
assembling.
the Horde is assembling. You can also find us our stuff simulcasted over at youtube.com/at Backbreaker Video. Mike's live content coming out twitch.tv/Mike the Ref, and the replays of his gaming content at youtube.com/at Backbreaker _gaming. Right there, that boy right there. Melba, where can they find you?
If you're wanting to follow a Melball, you can find her on the X thing at Collins Melball. You can find her on everything else Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Mastodon, and Blue Sky at Melball Collins. You can also find her on our local establishments programming, Japanese Wrestling Update with this guy, as mentioned, 8 p.m. Mountain Time, unless it's not. And then we'll let you know on social media. Right now, we are still going live tomorrow. No, Friday. Friday at 8 p.m. Mountain Time because we don't have any wrestling in the city that we care to go see. So we are going to be live here with you guys. Well, our local establishment with you guys. Maybe come on over there and say hi. You can also find me on Mondays on Women's Classic Wrestling with the beautiful, talented, natural Astrid and the amazing, talented D. Collins, where we are discussing the Mae Young Classic from 2017. We are into the, I believe, semifinals now. It's getting good, you guys. This is the first time I've actually seen any of these matches. It has been a treat to watch, let me tell you. So come see all of our reactions there on Monday at 8 p.m. Mountain Time. You can also catch me on Honor Ramble with Auntie Collins and Kyle Sparks, where we talk about Ring of Honor. I don't know what I've gotten myself into.
I was
I'm
surprised when you
having
told
so
me you were
much
doing that
fun with
show.
the show, but let me tell you, some of the wrestling, it stinks like con.
So
On.
it's very hit or miss.
It's very miss. It's very miss. Come watch us ramble about that. Thursdays, 8 p.m. Mountain, 8:15 p.m. Mountain Time. You can also catch me on Astro Pizarro's show, Astro Pizarro's YouTube channel, where we do our show, Ladies Wrestling Showcase. We have a show coming up very soon. Astrid has just been dealing with some stuff at work, so we have been slow about getting an episode out because our shoot jobs kind of take priority, don't they? Sucks. But stay tuned to our socials to see when that is coming out. What else? What else? If you're wanting to watch Real Canadian Wrestling, we will leave a link in the description box below. You can go to their Facebook page, which will take you to their Eventbrite page where you can purchase tickets directly, or you can get in the know with some of your favorite professional wrestlers, and you can get tickets through them. Helps everybody. Winner, Melball dinner. Andre, my trusted friend and colleague. Do you have anything else to say to the beautiful people?
Again, just want to thank everybody joining us here. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below. So we love hearing from you. We love talking to you. We love chatting about the awesome professional wrestling that we see. Also, don't forget to share us out to your friends, family, and people that like to dress up and go to things. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can be alerted every time we drop a new video.
Ding dong.
Wow.
Wow, wow, wow. Anyway, that being said, I am your Melba. Over there is Andre. We will see you next time. Mwah.